Weekly tip on tracking categories. Tracking categories within Xero are contained under accounting. You can actually star them under advanced settings so that you can look at them on a regular basis by going into accounting advanced and starring the tracking categories. And then when you go back into the accounting tab, you will see it down the bottom of the list here. Now, what tracking categories allow you to do is to report on up to 2 categories. So at the moment, I've got one here called region, and I'm going to add another tracking category, and I'm going to call it asset. And what I like to do is track vehicles. So you can say vehicle 1 is registration day 1 and 2, and vehicle 2 registration TBS 121, and you could record of the truck is that registration. Okay, so particularly for reporting the costs of running vehicles, I really like the tracking category. So if you need to track how much a particular vehicle costs to run, within your chart of accounts, under accounting chart of accounts, you don't really need to have, under your expense chart of accounts, you don't need to have motor vehicle 1 fuel, motor vehicle 2 fuel, motor vehicle 3 fuel, because your chart of accounts ends up being really long. All you need to do is have one expense type called motor vehicle fuel and one expense type called motor vehicle insurance, etc. And then when you are coding expenses for the relevant vehicles, just pick the appropriate tracking category. So we are going to pretend that this parking is fuel. And we are going to pick it as motor vehicle 1. And then we are going to say, we're going to pretend that this is actually insurance, green slip. And we are going to pick that also as motor vehicle 1. And then at the end of the year, you can run a profit and loss, or at any period of time, and we can filter by asset and pick that one vehicle. We'll say this financial year, and you will be able to see how many costs are associated with that one particular asset. So really good from an FBT reporting perspective of being able to record the total costs of running each of your assets, whether it be repairs or maintenance, while not having too long a chart of accounts. Just have the chart of accounts specific around the type of operating expense, and then use tracking as a way of splitting down those costs by asset type.